Friday. It's August 3rd. Thank you so much for sticking around for our second hour of Studio 10. Excuse us if we have like grits and like Conecuh sausage on our mind and in our bellies right now, because if you missed our
we just sent out the mass email to everyone.
So if you hear some voices, it's just like the whole station. Just don't worry about it. Let's talk about sleep. On the weekends, you probably sleep in longer, huh?
I try to.
Yeah, we try to too. I get it with kids, but more sleep on the weekends could be hurting your gut health.
A study published in the European Journal of Nutrition finds irregular sleep patterns.
I go to sleep later and I have to wake up earlier. It's like I want that me time, and on the weekends especially, if like my parents keep her or my in-laws keep her, I'm out of office like until 9:30, 10 a.m. It's bad.
I was going to say, I napped with my daughter the other day after work, and she didn't go to bed till close towards 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
And so I regretted that decision that night because we still had to wake up early the next day.
Yeah.
But I understand, as soon as you knock your body out of whack for sleep schedules and everything, it just goes downhill. Everything is impacted, especially the older you get.
Right, and that just stinks. Yesterday I had the morning off. You and Vanessa graciously co-hosted for us, and we went to a concert in Birmingham Tuesday night, and then I slept in at my aunt's house in Birmingham yesterday. My mom calls me at 8:47. I have not slept in that long for a long time, in that late I should say, and I was like, hello, and she said, are you still sleeping? I thought you were on the road. Mama
no,
was
Scotty,
out.
you're taking advantage.
I'm telling you, but whatever, be mindful of your gut health, but sleep too.
Yep.
Get some sleep.
Get some sleep. Well, I've all heard this saying, all work and no play. Now it's dull, so how about playing as a job?
Sounds good. Mattel is looking for a chief Uno player, and it's dealing out big money
to play. We tried to play it last night, but just got too late. We're starting to teach her the strategy.
Yeah.
As soon as she gets one of the black cards that you can change the color or anything, she wants to immediately play it. And we're like, no, you should keep that. So we're slowly starting to teach her, and she's getting better at it.
And then also figuring out who to use like the skip on and like who to use the +4 or whatever that is. Yeah, it is really a game all about strategy.
Yeah, it's like how you got to hold on to certain cards. You got to think about what the other players are doing.
Yeah.
You got to yell Uno when they drop it down. That's one that she'll forget.
Maybe you should apply.
I know.
That's a lot of money.
I don't know about New York City for 4 weeks though.
You may love it. You'd have to come back to us.
Exactly, I know. Well, Kylie Jenner just got Bratsified with her new doll.
The reality star who got her fame from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the show, is teaming up. She has been, but Kylie Jenner and Bratz, she even has that like Bratz look with the bigger lips and her body and all the things. This was so smart. Her fans will probably buy this out in minutes.
I didn't know that they were still making Bratz.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought that they had stopped production, but it's nice to see that they are still going.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I agree. She definitely fits the look of the one that I typically think of that we grew up with.
These toy companies have a lot of competition right now, stiff competition with these, really, and the iPads and all the games and all the stuff. And so I'm really, that was a really smart marketing move for them.
That was.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll sell out with her millions of followers and billions of dollars. I'm sure it will. People magazine reports Taylor Swift has given more than $55 million to her Eras tour crew.
What a great story. Now that includes dancers, riggers,
Prime Minister actually posted to Twitter before it was X, posted to Twitter like essentially begging her to come to Canada, and she obviously is. I am so impressed. I told my husband a few nights ago and talked with our producer this morning about her bonuses. Yeah. These people, you guys, the touring life is tough on everyone, and I'm sure everybody gets paid a decent amount of money, but just for her truck drivers, I think there's like 10 to 15 truck drivers. She wrote handwritten letters.
Notes, yeah.
Her dad gave them out to these truck drivers and gave them $100,000 bonuses. That is life-changing.
That really is.
$100,000. Danielle was telling me that one of the drivers came out to say now because of that bonus, his son, he can afford to pay for his son to go to college. Like, it's stuff like that.
See?
I just really, I love that. I love, it just shows that she's like a true team player. She knows she couldn't do this tour without every single person involved in it.
I like that. A+ to Taylor. That's something that I can really appreciate that she did. And I did get those specific dates for the New Orleans, and that'll be October 2024.
Yes.
October 25th, 26th, and 27th at the Caesars Superdome.
Yes. better be registered. Again, you can't just like buy a ticket these days if you haven't done it. You got to pre-register.
Oh, come on, Ticketmaster. Let's get it together for this one.
So lots of stuff. Hopefully it'll sell out. I think it will. She's massive.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Keep you updated on that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get an update on that.
Mainly impacting our inland spots so far to start off for this morning, but the temperatures really beginning to warm up, seeing more of those upper 80s, some lower 90s already, 90 in Pensacola, Fairhope, along with Mobile and Leakesville. Pascagoula already up to 91, but do keep in mind the dew points. Now, we've seen them slowly begin to tick down, but we saw that yesterday is that throughout the hour they went from the 70s to the 60s, so it started to feel more like a dry heat later on in the day. Not quite expecting that heading into this afternoon, however. Already feeling like we're in the upper 90s, even seeing some triple digits, 103 as it feels like temperature in Pascagoula, 102 in Destin, and the 96 downtown Fairhope and Gulf Shores for that feels like temperature. But over the next few hours, we're only going to continue to see these soar heading into the second half of today, maxing out mid to upper 90s. We can go ahead and add on about 10 to 15 degrees on top of that for the feels like temperature. And then later on this evening, although we're resting in the upper 80s by 8 o'clock, still feeling more like the mid 90s. It's still going to be continuing to feel muggy out there. We're still going to feel hot, especially more of those heat advisories in effect. Now, coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to be talking more about your forecast, the rain chances that we're watching, and heading into the weekend, plus also an update on the tropics and your 7-day outlook. All that's coming up soon. Chelsea. And in today's What's Cooking, our sister station in Connecticut is making an easy sheet pan meal. Check it out. I always appreciate an easy sheet pan meal. Well, coming up, iHeartMedia is here with a rundown of this weekend's events. And also,
it was amazing to see, but wow, even more galaxies out there too.
That's exactly right. Always fun to see whatever they release next. Well, it is time to go back to the future. The movie starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd has been adapted into a musical, and it premiered in Manchester and London. Now it's making its Broadway debut. We have a behind-the-scenes look at how this classic went from the screen to the stage. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin. Well, some cute animal news for you this morning.
Oh, yeah. I want to watch it on Disney+.
They are adorable.
Yes. Well, from red pandas to the blue whale, it might lose its crown as the heaviest animal in history.
Oh, this comes after fossils of a massive marine mammal were recently discovered in Peruvian.
I'm glad I don't live in the same time period as those guys.
That was almost double the size of a whale, most likely.
Speaking of weird creatures, the Meg 2, I think, officially comes out today in theaters. If you want to see massive sea life.
And you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles out there too?
All the animals, you guys, in theaters and in the ocean. We will see you next on Fox 2 Midday after this.